Hi, I'm Lori Wickdahl. Welcome to Lori Out Loud, Working on Wellness. And today we're continuing on from this morning when we were talking about cost benefit analyses, and there's always a price to pay. And one of the other things, too, when you're dealing with chronic pain and disability and stuff, is just the passage of time. Someone talked to me about my walking and they don't know how I do it. And how do I find the time? And I mean, well, hey, I have nothing but time. I mean, that's the whole point of trying to feel like you have a purpose, is trying to find ways to make a day. Because if you don't make a day, you're wasting a day, right? And I mean, you can waste a lot of days to being sick. You can waste days. And I mean, if I tell myself that, I can't go anywhere because of how I feel one day, I mean, the next day I don't feel any better. So it's not like all of a sudden the circumstance is different. It's going to be way easier to get up and get going and stuff. So I mean, you have to make your day. And sometimes the other trick to it, and the other thing that I wanted to show you and stuff, is making a good day out of a bad start, or that a bad patch, a bad moment, um, is not going to rule your fate for the day. I mean, I've been having some really awful frickin'. I used the F word a lot in my last one, so I guess next time I'll put explicit content kind of thing. But I mean, it's really hard. And I mean, sometimes you almost feel like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because there's these sides of you, right? Or like your Sybil, because there are so many different sides of you depending on like what you're trying to conquer at the moment. I don't conquer mountains, I conquer mountain ranges, and sometimes it's all in one day. So today, how did I try and make a day? Well, my son, as we were talking about before, I had to get out. So the flea market is loud, and I learned yesterday at fencing that I can be in trouble while I'm out and get away with it because of the noise volume. And there's lots of tables at the flea market, so I had the opportunity to lean and rest myself when my pain was getting a little bit overwhelming. So we went out, we had a great time, and I spent all my money, so I guess I had a really great time. And I picked up a couple of things for nourishing myself, working on wellness. You talk about your mind and your spirit aspect of things. And when I was walking across Canada, I met a medicine woman, and she blessed me with an eagle feather, and she smudged me with some mountain sage, because she said I looked like I needed some help, and that it was going to help me with my pain. And then she presented me with her smudge dishes, which I still have right here. And so while I was out, at the flea market, I found a table that was selling, oh my goodness, believe it or not, mountain sage. So I picked myself up some mountain sage, and I pulled out my smudge dishes, and now I'm going to be able to smudge myself with mountain sage, which is another awesome herbal way to help me deal with my pain. So I thought that was really awesome. And then something else too that I used to do, and I did, I did it a lot when I was walking across Canada, especially through Ontario, because Ontario is the amethyst capital of Canada, and they sell it on the side of the road in bags. And so amethyst, it gives you strength, it gives you energy. And so I used to walk with amethysts in my hand, getting the energy from the amethyst, right? But after a while, I mean, even if you refuse them and charge them and stuff with energy to draw on at a later date, after a while, your amethyst gets aged and it doesn't hold energy as well, and you got to put them to rest, and then they just become beautiful things to look at. So I picked myself up a new piece of amethyst today while I was out, and I picked one that'll fit just awesome in my hand so that I can take it with me when I'm out. So now I'll be able to use it for a while, because I introduced it to myself. And the way that you do that is you take your crystal and you cup it in your hand, and then you blow your energy into your crystal. And so now it's got me, the essence of me in it. And now I'm going to take it to find some cold, fresh running water, which there's lots around here. So I can supercharge it, and then it'll have even more energy to give me back when I'm walking. So I made my day. There's still some daylight. I walked the dog, and now I'm going to go into. Oh, I managed to find a couple of really awesome Richard Shorty prints that were only $9.95 a piece, and they were on owls, which is a really different subject matter for an Aboriginal artist to do. You don't see a lot of owls, and it was neat because I found they're owls, but they're two different pictures. And I collect owls, and I thought it was interesting because I'm working on painting an owl. And my son's girlfriend, it was just her birthday this week, and she's an owl fan too. So I bought them both, and I kept one for myself, and I gave her one for her birthday. So see, I was able to make my day. I was able to give something away. I got to have some fun with my family on a wonderful special occasion. So I'm going to go and I'm going to set up the stuff in the art room and fire on the fireplace so that I can work on wellness on that creative side. So my name is Lori Wickdahl. I know a lot of stuff and I like to talk to people, so I hope you'll come by to find out more about what I know and hear more about what I have to say. So remember, make sure that you always make your day the best day. I know I always am trying to do that with mine. Hey, subscribe. Bye.